out there, and welcome to another exciting edition of your favorite show, The Diaspora. And I remain your host, Koinsola Adetumbi. And on today's edition, we bring you an extensive report on the Chairman CEO, Nigerians in Diaspora Commission, Honorable Abike Dabiri Erewa, and other Pan-Africanists at the Pan-African Unity Dialogue and Malcolm X commemorative session in New York, under the leadership of the Institute of Black World 21st Century. I also have big news for you on our Help From Home segment, as I bet you do not want to miss the coronavirus story. Just stay tuned, as I will be letting the cat out of the bag shortly. And as I always say, I'm super proud to be Nigerian, because Nigerians keep making waves globally. The Nigerians in Diaspora Commission felicitates with Dr. Bashir Dodo, a Nigerian-born UK-based scientist who developed a technique for detecting eye defects at an early stage. This is The Diaspora. Stay tuned. The Chairman CEO, Nigerians in Diaspora Commission, Honorable Abike Dabiri Erewa, who was a special guest of honor at the Pan-African Unity Dialogue, emphasized the need for unity and cooperation amongst Africans at home and abroad in order to develop the continent. It is important that we work together. If the Chinese, Indians, Asians are investing in Africa, why aren't the African Americans? The connection must be developed. It must be strengthened within the continent of Africa and between our brothers and sisters in the diaspora.
I think first thing is 400 years of slavery, 100 years of African Renaissance. You know, as long as what we want to achieve is that connection between our brothers and sisters in the diaspora and the African continent. As long as you are a black man and Africa is being looked down upon, you will be looked down upon as a black person. And I think you haven't heard the Honorable Marcus Garvey Jr., you haven't heard all of you, you haven't been together, you know, going to South Africa for the dog return. It is important that we have that connection. It is important that we work together. If the Chinese, Indians, Asians are investing in Africa, why aren't we here in America? There's something special about Badagry. It's going to tell you your history, where your ancestors were taken away as slaves. I won't tell you, just watch it. But the key thing is, we have a powerful group in this hall this afternoon. At the end of this session, we need to work together as brothers and sisters. We need to develop the continent. That is your region, that is your home. You know, we have a program that welcomes you. It's an economic connection, it's a spiritual connection, it's an emotional connection, it's a physical connection, it's a deep connection. That connection must be developed, it must be strengthened.
Fún àpàwọ̀ párò lọ lọ́hùn-ún gba ọdẹ ológun. Aha! Hello, how are you? All right, now I wait for diaspora and I get stuck with this money. No be you wey dey Bariga or wey dey Mushin or Makoko. Hold up. Yeah. Okay. Una see this link? Now for una waiting for diaspora. Where see the doubt whether Falu dey Nigeria. Hello, don't think about it. This link, it go carry you direct, go the place where we say it go help you choose which investment you want to do for Nigeria. Any investment, whether na waiting, whether na bank shares, whether na agriculture, whether na real estate, whether na stock exchange, any investment wey you wan do, make sure say you click am because anything fit happen for diaspora anytime and e go better say if you come Nigeria, you go get where you go relax and you get investment to fall back to. Hello, make sure say you click am o because if you wan say what? Where dey that?
Hey, Oga, see make I help you click the link.
Make you click wetin? When be say na Ambeolo primary school you go, you know hear when I talk say na for people wey dey for diaspora. People wey dey for diaspora, what are they called? I know they are called diasporans. Oh, there. Let me talk to my diasporans people. Make sure say you click this link. Oh yeah, to betterment your life. Because when you both say what the investment in your country in Nigeria is a forever life betterment. Thank you. You see the here. If you like say you don't get job for filling station, you see the here. Go.
Welcome back and onto our Help from Home segment. Kudos to President Muhammadu Buhari for sending the sum of $30,000 to Nigerians affected by the outbreak of the coronavirus in Wuhan, China. The Nigerian ambassador to China, His Excellency Ambassador Baba Ahmed Jida, had this to say.
Further to the press statement released on 31st January 2020 on the novel coronavirus 2019 COVID-19, the Embassy of the Federal Republic of Nigeria wishes to commend all Nigerians in China, especially those in Wuhan and other parts of Hubei province, for remaining calm and abiding by the public health announcements and instructions issued by the various Chinese authorities from time to time in order to protect them from contracting the coronavirus. The Embassy of Nigeria also wishes to commend the Chinese government and the international experts, especially those from the World Health Organization, for the effort, support, and collaboration and ensuring that this epidemic is expeditiously brought under control and further global spread is prevented. Indeed, the extensive and aggressive measures being taken by the Chinese government has begun to gradually show signs of improvement in the general situation in China. We are confident that with the strong commitment of the government of the People's Republic of China and the resilience of the Chinese people, sooner than later, the epidemic will be over. The federal government of Nigeria, under the able leadership of President Muhammadu Buhari, has explicit confidence in the capacity and tenacity of the government of China in containing the spread of the COVID-19 and eventually eliminating the deadly virus. It is pertinent to mention the earlier press statement made by the federal government of Nigeria, in which President Muhammadu Buhari extended his goodwill wishes to his Chinese counterpart, His Excellency President Xi Jinping, and citizens of the People's Republic of China, noting that China's effort to contain the spread of the virus and the country's collaboration with the international agencies have been commendable and exemplary. President Muhammadu Buhari had also noted that China has been exceptionally supportive of Nigeria and Africa, and it was important to let China know at this difficult moment that Nigeria and her citizens are also standing by them during this outbreak. Meanwhile, the federal government of Nigeria has provided financial support in the sum of 235,000 yuan to Nigerians in Wuhan, the epicenter of the outbreak and its environs, which will be disbursed by the embassy through the leadership of the Association of Nigerian Students in Wuhan. It is hoped that the assistance will go a long way in ameliorating the situation of Nigerians in Wuhan and provide them with the needed personal protection equipment to complement what the Chinese authorities have already been doing. While noting that no Nigerian has been infected with the virus, the embassy wishes to assure Nigerians in China, especially those in Wuhan, that concerns and requests for evacuation have been conveyed to the federal government. However, it is important to note that the issue of evacuation will involve a lot of logistics and preparation both in China and Nigeria, which requires adequate arrangement, time, and resources. Taking cognizance of the position and guidelines provided by the Chinese government on evacuation, as well as the announcements by the World Health Organization, Nigerians are requested to remain assured that the federal government of Nigeria is very much concerned and abreast of the matter and will act as always in the best interest of Nigerians. At this juncture, it is with a deep sense of responsibility that the embassy wants to assuage the anxieties and concerns of parents and relatives of all Nigerians in China. The embassy shares these feelings and concerns for their loved ones and wishes to state that it is working with the Chinese government to ensure the safety of everyone. In conclusion, the Federal Republic of Nigeria shall continue to do its utmost best to ensure the safety and well-being of all Nigerians in China. You are therefore advised to continue to maintain regular contact with the Embassy of Nigeria in Beijing and the Consulates General of Nigeria in Hong Kong, Shanghai, and Guangzhou. Thank you.
Not so fast. Look, I'm tired. I want to check out of this country for greener pastures.
Just calm down for a moment. Please sit down.
Do you have a job where you're going to?
No, but someone is arranging, Listen, Aliko. Checking out of this country without proper planning means one thing. Unimaginable begin. I've been in the diaspora, but legitimately doing great things at home and abroad. As I've been saying, without the proper footing abroad, the risk is not worth it. Listen, Alinko, it's better to be home than be trapped abroad, or even end up in prison.
The Chairman CEO Nigerians in Diaspora Commission felicitates with Dr. Bashir Dodo, a Nigerian-born UK-based computer scientist who developed a technique for detecting eye defects at an early stage. Watch this.
And now the award-winning Dodo joins me live now via Skype from London. Hello, Bashir. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Now, tell us about this award, and perhaps you'd like to let us know the awarding institution and, of course, how you feel.
Okay. It was basically at a conference. It was the Bioimaging conference held at Portugal. That was the awarding institution. It was held in collaboration with other conferences for the Biotech group. As with regards to the feeling, well, it was really an amazing feeling. Don't really know how to describe it. And at the moment, I first of all had to thank the Creator for all his blessings and countless mercies. But then what followed after was the thought about this actually is not a personal achievement. It's an achievement for my nation at large, and then also for my fellow TED Fund scholars here in the UK and the other things that they had to endure. So it was really an amazing feeling.
Very noble of you, Bashir. Now, tell us about this new algorithm for OCT. Can you explain how you arrived at it and how it will make the work of ophthalmologists easier?
Easier, okay. Yeah, so I would just kind of use a simple example. For example, if you walk into a store and everything is kind of unorganized, and then you have to find everything yourself, obviously it's going to kind of take more time. So this method kind of identifies the layers readily, and then they can automatically have a look, and it's right up at their front for them to perform the diagnosis, because it's just like tracing the lines and then finding the boundaries of each layer. So with our method, it automatically finds those layers, and then with that, all they have to do is just perform kind of their own personal judgment comes into play to say that, okay, at this, because of how this changes, I'll just give you an example with regards to the use of the layers for diagnosis. The top layer, which is used in diagnosing glaucoma, a world-known disease for centuries. With that, we are able to identify the retinal nerve fiber layer in conjunction with other layers. So with that, they can be able to trace if that layer is actually shrinking. And with that, they could be able to spot abnormalities. This makes their work easier because they don't have to go through the manual segmentation process, which is not only time consuming, but also because of fatigue. And then this, another practical importance of it is that it would reduce the variance between manual graders, because it depends on the level of expertise of the person who is actually looking into those layers. Hopefully that is clear enough, and I'm not going.
Don't worry, I won't pursue the point. I won't pursue the point any further. But I'd like to know, Bashir, what's next from here? Specifically, will this new innovation of yours be domesticated in the United Kingdom, or will it have a more global outlook for ophthalmologists around the world to access it? How will it work?
Yeah, actually, we are looking at a global impact, because these diseases are actually everywhere. And in particular, I would actually like to extend it towards to my country if the resources are available, such as the machines to run these methods. Because as people grow older, you do hear a lot about people going blind as they grow older, which I believe actually are some of these diseases. Because, for example, the age-related macular degeneration affects people above 40, and then we're actually looking at that to see how we could extend it to more people. We have to perform a little bit more of tests to see how it works with other data sets, and then we would see how to actually its suitability for use in the clinical environment at large.
Lastly, before you go, I'd like to know what was it about your own learning environment that enabled you, empowered you to come up with this innovation, and comparatively, if you studied back home, would the same result have been possible?
It's a tough shot, but to be quite sincere, it's going to be difficult because of, for example, the softwares that I use. They are not readily available, and the licensing is quite expensive. So some of the resources are actually not available, even though I believe, I said it's difficult because Nigeria has the potential to provide these resources, because we do have that, and it would be really great if it could actually provide these resources, so that all the great people with all this mindset and ideas could actually come back to make an impact through Nigeria to the world at large.
Bashir, thank you very much for your time. Congratulations once again, and we wish you the very best in your future pursuits.
Aha! Hello, how are you? All right, now I waiting for Diaspora, and I get stuck with this money. Not be you wait the bariga or the mushi or makoko. Hold up. Yeah. Okay. When I see this link, now for now waiting for Diaspora. Where see the doubt whether follow in Nigeria? Hello, don't think about it. This link, it go carry you direct, go the place where we say it go help you choose which investment you want to do for Nigeria. Any investment, whether na waiting, whether na bank shares, whether na agriculture, whether na real estate, whether na stock exchange, any investment wey you wan do, make sure say you click am because anything fit happen for diaspora anytime and e go better say if you come Nigeria, you go get where you go relax and you get investment to fall back to. Hello, make sure say you click am o because you wan say what? Where that?
Hey, Oga, see make I help you click the link.
Make you click wetin? When we say na Ambiolo primary school you go, you know here when I talk say na for people wey dey for diaspora. People wey dey for diaspora, what are they called? I know they are called diasporans. Let me talk to my diasporans people. Make sure say you click this link, to betterment your life. Because you won't say what the investment in your country, in Nigeria, is a forever life betterment. Thank you. You see the here, if you like say you don't get job for filling station, you see the here, go, look.
Not so fast.
Look, I'm tired. I want to check out of this country for greener pastures.
Just calm down for a moment. Please sit down. Do you have a job where you're going to?
No, but someone is arranging,
Listen, Alinko. Checking out of this country without proper planning means one thing. Unimaginable begin. You know, I've been in the diaspora, but legitimately doing great things at home and abroad. As I've been saying, without the proper footing abroad, the risk is not worth it. Listen, Alinko, it's better to be home than be trapped abroad, or even end up in prison.
Part of the show, it's been worthwhile, and in case you have anything to share with us, please do not hesitate to do so as we expect feedback on our show. Remember, you can reach us on all our social media platforms, on Facebook at Nigerians in Diaspora Commission, on Twitter at nidcom_gov, on our Instagram page at nidcom_gov, and on our website at www.nidcom.gov.ng. You can also join us on DSTV at NTA Network News on Friday at 10:30 a.m., on NTA International on Tuesday at 6 a.m. and 10:05 p.m., on NTA News 24 on Friday at 2:30 p.m., and on Sunday at 11:30 a.m. You can also join us on WAP TV on Monday at 10 p.m. I remain your host, Koinsola Adetumbi. See you next time.